Hi everyone, welcome back to Venusianscorp Astrology and Tarot, where I talk about all things related to astrology and tarot. Today, we are going to be talking about something really interesting. We are going to be talking about 5 things that a Venus in Scorpio finds attractive in a partner. So, if you already have a partner who is a Venus in Scorpio, or if you're trying to attract someone who has this placement, then you might find this video useful. Also, I wanted to mention that you can definitely book a reading with me. You can book a natal chart reading with me, a synastry chart reading, or a relationship reading with me, as well as tarot readings with me. And the link is in the description box. You can just email me and I'll get back to you soon. Okay, so let's get started. Also, don't be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also like and share, and all the other good stuff. Okay, so let's get started. So when we talk about Venus in Scorpio, this is an interesting placement because Venus traditionally does really well in the signs of Taurus and Libra because these are naturally Venus ruled signs. But in the opposite sign of Scorpio, because in Taurus it does really well, but when we talk about the opposite sign, Scorpio, Venus finds it a little bit difficult to express herself here because the thing with Venus is she likes to be peaceful, she likes to have harmony all around her, she likes all the pleasant things in life. And Scorpio is kind of an extreme sign, it likes to dive into the depths, it likes to explore hidden realms, and it's a sign of extremes. It is co ruled by Mars and Pluto, both are a little bit aggressive, so both thrive on chaos and transformation. So Venus in Scorpio is a bit of a challenging placement. But that doesn't mean that they aren't magnetic. Venus and Scorpio people are generally extremely magnetic, very charismatic, and they tend to attract a lot of people just naturally, even when they're not trying to do anything. It's just naturally they give off that vibe. So if you already have a Venus and Scorpio partner, lucky you. If you're trying to attract a Venus in Scorpio, then this video might be helpful because I'm going to be talking about 5 things that a Venus in Scorpio person finds very attractive in a partner. So the thing with Venus in Scorpio is they are drawn to people who have depth, people who have intensity, and they also thrive on a genuine connection. So the thing about this placement is, because Venus has to do with love and romance, these things that I mentioned, it's going to govern their approach to love, desire, and relationships. So they are definitely always going to look for something very profound. They're not for superficial relationships. So these people who have Venus in Scorpio placements, they definitely don't like superficial relationships. They don't like superficial people either. So let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do if you are trying to attract a Venus and Scorpio partner is to have emotional depth. Now, if you naturally have this, then this is definitely a plus point for you because you're naturally going to connect with your Venus and Scorpio partner right off the bat. They do like emotional depth in people. What I mean by emotional depth is, see, a lot of people say that you need to cultivate it, but I feel personally that you either have it or you don't. And if you try too hard, then that's another thing. Venus and Scorpio people are going to know that you're trying too hard, and that's going to be a turn off because why are you trying to, impress them so badly? So, first thing is, if you're profound and mysterious on a natural level, they're going to be attracted to you. Because the thing with Venus and Scorpio is they like unknown things, they like the subconscious. We are talking about Scorpio here, which is co ruled by Pluto. So it's all about the subconscious territory. So if you can share your deep thoughts. If you have interest in psychology or esoteric subjects or taboo subjects, then sharing these things with your Venus and Scorpio partner is going to make them more interested in you. It's because Scorpio likes secrets. This is Scorpio we're talking about. So Venus and Scorpio people like secrets. So if you're sharing a secret with them or something about your life with them, they're going to thrive on it. They are going to guard it like their life depends on it. That's another thing. They guard your secrets. Right up to the grave. These are not the kind of people who are going to tell other people about your secrets that you shared with them. They take it very seriously. And so be definitely show your emotional side to them, your emotional depth to them. Don't be afraid to show them your innermost feelings and thoughts. And empathy is a big thing for Venus and Scorpio people because it's an emotional sign. Even though we're talking about Pluto and Mars and all these things. Scorpio, at the end of the day, it's a feminine sign, it's a water sign. So they like emotion, they like empathy. So they do like a partner who isn't afraid of being vulnerable, who isn't afraid of showing their emotions to them. That's actually going to be very, very attractive to a Venus in Scorpio. So if you can do that, then that's a plus point to you. You're definitely going to be able to attract your Venus in Scorpio partner. The second thing is be 100% honest, be trustworthy. If there's something that a Venus in Scorpio person hates, it's lies and dishonesty. This is absolutely non negotiable because the thing is, Venus in Scorpio people naturally have a bit of a suspicious streak in them. They have trust issues right from the beginning. So if you are going to trigger that even more, then that's a no right from the get-go. So the thing is, because Venus and Scorpio people can be a bit suspicious, sorry, you need to be very transparent with them. And transparency with the Venus and Scorpio is highly valued. And if there is something that you have a very strict boundary on, like for example, if it's something that's you're not comfortable sharing with them, or you have a boundary about it, then instead of just beating about the bush, it's better to just let them know very clearly that you're not ready to share it just yet, rather than just being dishonest and fabricating a story, etc. Because if you the thing about that is, even if it's a small thing to you, like you may think that it's a very small thing, you just lied about a very small thing, but it's a big thing for them. It's a big deal for a Venus and Scorpio, because the thing about Venus and Scorpio is there are no small lies in a Venus and Scorpio's world. So if you've lied to them on a small thing, then they're going to think that you're just suspicious in general, and they're going to avoid you after that. So you need to have a very high degree of transparency with them. In fact, if you can be extremely transparent with them right from the get-go, that is a big plus point, because that when you're transparent with them, it also shows that you have no hidden agenda, that you have a certain degree of predictability to you, and that's going to be very helpful to the Venus in Scorpio. Also, you need to build trust with these folks slowly, because Venus and Scorpio people, they take time to open up. Now, I know a lot of Venus and Scorpio people who have clicked with a potential partner right off the bat, and the connection was insane, like right from the beginning, and they didn't take any time to open up. But those are rare. Usually, like Venus and Scorpio people take time to open up. Sometimes, yes, if you're just on their level and their frequency, yes, you both may like get along really well from the start. But if that's not the case, usually that's not the case. Like Scorpio takes time to open up. They are guarded, they are reserved from the beginning, and they need to know that you are a genuine person, that you're in it for the long haul. So they will take time to open up. So you need to build that trust slowly with the Venus in Scorpio. You need to be very patient, especially with the Venus in Scorpio, and you need to be a reliable person, or you need to earn their trust in order for the relationship to progress. And it's going to build up gradually. It's not going to be like an immediate trajectory. But there are exceptions. Like I said, there are some cases where the Venus and Scorpio people have had amazing connections and they never took time. Like it just was great from the get go. Um, the next one I want to say is have a certain amount of mystery and magnetism to you. Now, this is another one of those things, you either have it or you don't. Like, if you're going to try too hard, then the Venus and Scorpio person is going to see right through you. That's another thing. You can't lie to these people. Like, we are talking about Scorpio here. This is the subconscious realm. They just know when something is off. They know when someone is not being genuine. If you're being insincere, they can just sense it right off the bat. So, if you naturally have a magnetic vibe to you, a certain degree of mystery to you and intensity, then that is going to be very, very captivating to Venus and Scorpio, because they like these qualities in a partner. They like intensity in a partner. They like a certain degree of mystery in a partner, the ability to pull other people with their charm. They appreciate all that in a partner. So, if you are unique in your own way, now everybody is unique in their own way, but if you have certain quirks about you, you need to be confident and comfortable with your own uniqueness. And if you would call it weird or if you would call it different, then that's fine. As long as you are comfortable with it, that's going to be very, very enduring, and it's going to be very interesting to a Venus in Scorpio because, like I said, they like people who own their things, their quirks, and everything. They don't like people who are uncomfortable in their own skin, who are not secure in themselves, who are kind of unsure about themselves. They don't like that. So own it, if you have a dark side to yourself, own it, because that's going to be very, very appealing to a Venus in Scorpio, because trust me, they have a dark side to themselves too. Every Venus in Scorpio that I know has it, and so they're going to like a partner who owns up to their own quirks and uniqueness as well. The next one is you need to be unwaveringly loyal, and you also need to pose a challenge. That's why I said Venus and Scorpio is a bit of a challenging placement, because you need to have both these qualities. So on one side, you need to be extremely loyal to your Venus and Scorpio partner. The other side, you do need to be a bit of a challenge as well. So what I mean by that is, Venus and Scorpio people, they don't like casual relationships. That's just not their style. They like a very meaningful relationship. They are usually there for long term relationships, and like complete commitment, and that kind of thing. It's usually an all or nothing bond, and you need to show them that you are in this for the long haul, that you prioritize the relationship, that you're not just in it for some kind of casual relationship, so you need to be loyal to them. At the same time, you need to be a bit of a challenge to them. What I mean by that is, definitely offer your support to your Venus and Scorpio partner. Be there for them when they need you to be there for them, but you don't want to be a pushover. You don't want to be someone who just submits to their demands just so easily, because Scorpio likes to be in charge, because yeah, it's ruled by Mars, it's ruled by Pluto. Both are very aggressive energies here. They do like to be in charge, but they like a partner who challenges them. And so if you can speak up for your own wants and what you require from the relationship, if you can stand your ground, if you can be the kind of partner that occasionally calls them out on the things that they do, because trust me, Venus and Scorpio people, they do test you. And if they are kind of being frivolous about it, when I say frivolous, I mean like sometimes they'll just try to test you to see how far they can get away with things, so you need to be very clear about your boundaries. And if you don't like something, you need to stand up for yourself and tell them that you don't accept this. That is going to be very irresistible to the Venus and Scorpio partner, because they like someone who can stand their own ground. They like someone who is able to be very clear on their own boundaries. And so if you can hash out any disagreements with them through meaningful conversation or whatever, that's going to be more attractive than just submitting to whatever they have to ask of you. Like if you just submit to whatever they say, and if you just say yes to whatever they're asking of you, that's going to be very off-putting to the Venus and Scorpio. They like a challenge, so be the challenge for them. The next one that I would like to say, the last point, is maintain your independence. So you need to have, so the thing about Venus and Scorpio is they do like an all or nothing connection. They do like a relationship where you have enough time for each other. They do like to spend a lot of time with their partner. But at the same time, you need to be the kind of person who has your own independence. So you need to have your own life. You need to have your own interests outside of the relationship. This shows that you have a strong will. It shows that you have a strong backbone, which is something that they really admire. Scorpio people, especially Venus and Scorpio people, they like these qualities in a partner. They like someone who has their own thing going on, And the thing about Venus and Scorpio is, because they are so intensely loyal, they can be a bit jealous sometimes. They can be a bit possessive sometimes. And so you need to be able to handle their intensity while being in the relationship with them. You definitely need to know how to handle this intensity while also maintaining your own personal autonomy in the relationship. So it's a lot of it's a bit of a balancing act when you're in a relationship with a Venus and Scorpio person. So you have to be a bit of both. You can't be a pushover. You can't completely dedicate your whole life to them. That's going to be very off-putting, because you need to have your own life. You need to have your own thing going on, because otherwise what's the challenge, right? Like I said, said before, they do like a challenge. So if you can maintain these 5 things, then sure, you can definitely attract your Venus and Scorpio partner, and you can find a healthy relationship with them. Now, of course, there are exceptions to the rule. Like I said before, I've seen many Venus and Scorpio people who've had amazing connections with people, and it never took time. Like, it just started great, and it's been great ever since. Those are rare, because like I said, Venus and Scorpio usually takes time to open up. They need to see what kind of person you are before they even let you in. So yeah, those are the 5 things that if you can keep in mind, you can be sure to have a nice healthy relationship with your Venus and Scorpio partner. That's what I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you resonated with me, definitely drop me a comment. I love to read your comments and interact with you, my lovely subscribers. And yeah, if you'd like to book a reading, drop me a message on email. The link is in the description box. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.